Dude, let me turn everything on. No music. No music. And the funny thing was, I'm here. I was here. You know what I mean? Show starts at 7. It's 7:08, and I was here. And we'll talk about that in the morning. We'll talk about that in a minute. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't want to. Boy, am I so unprofessional right now? Wait, give me 1 second because I forgot to do this one thing. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right, no music. No music. Welcome to the morning show. No music. No music. Wake up. Yeah, wake up, everybody, and let me wake up. It is we're Wednesday, September the 21st, 2022, 8 minutes after the hour. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, Team Cindy J. Only place on earth where you, with Cindy J, only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. Sponsored by Comedy World Network. What's up, guys? How y'all doing over there? We appreciate you. The chat room's wide open. Or you can call in 570-982-6950. That's 570-982-6950. We're on our social media platforms, guys, and we're on YouTube this morning. Go to our YouTube page, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on YouTube. All major podcast platforms. How many times I gotta keep saying this? And I gotta get myself together. I need some water. And that's basically it. Social media, all of them, everything. Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. All the links come up, guys. Every single one. We truly appreciate you guys logging in this morning and hanging out with your boy. What I wanted to say. I joined our group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team Group. And also, what else I want to say? This way you get your morning love. And, of course, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning start right. And you know why I'm off-centered this morning before we get into the show. You know why Harvey is off-centered this morning. I went out again last night. Special shout-out to my man, the super hilarious Kenny Wu. He hosts the room in Harlem, USA, on 127th Street in Lenox, right there, right in the heart of Harlem, right across the street from every store in Harlem and every landmark. And that show started late. I'm telling you, that show started late. Kenny Wu said, yo, we start at 9. Nope, no. That show started a little bit after 11 p.m. last night. 11 o'clock last night in Harlem. It was a bar. Folks was in there. It was a good old-fashioned comedy time. Of course, the show started a little bit after 11, and there was, about 5 or 6 comedians, and then I was the last one. Got back in my car. And remember the night before, I'm going to get into the show. Yesterday, I was losing my voice yesterday when I came in yesterday. And today, I feel sort of the same way. And then yesterday, remember I told you guys that, I canceled the appointment for Cooper. Good morning, guys. Cooper, my dog. Good morning, guys. God bless. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. So I can get some rest. And then my mother called me, and she was like, go to bed and get some rest. And guess what? I never got no rest the whole day yesterday. It was so busy for me, just like everybody else in this entire world, that I didn't get a chance to take my little nappy nap. At 57 years old, Harvey needs a nappy nap. I didn't get a chance to even do that. So then the next thing you know, right, the show starts at 9. I leave my crib about 6:30, heading to New York City from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Hour and 20-minute drive, no traffic. For the folks that live out in Pennsylvania that go to New York, you know what it is. And I lucked up. There was no traffic. There was no traffic leaving from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, all the way to New York. And then I had to stop by my mother's house because she needed some tissue paper, some toilet tissue, some a big water, and she wanted some strawberries. So I got all that. Went out here where I live, put it in the car, went to New York. Got to New York about 8:15 last night, and it was dark. My mother lived in the hood. It was very dark. You got to protect your neck in the hood. Welcome to the show, guys. And I sat there with my beloved mother. God bless Mother Harvey. My mother, 90 years old, she don't go to sleep for various types of reasons. And if I was 90, God has blessed me to reach the age of 90, I wouldn't go to sleep either. Then we sat there and we talked, right? like we always do, and I'm blessed to have my mother. And my mother and I, we talk constantly throughout the day. Sorry, I'm gonna choke on myself. Then I went to the show. Then I left my mother's house at about 8:50 to get to Harlem. Hold on. I'm gonna play this video. To get to Harlem, get down there. Not only did the show start, there was really nobody in the bar. I was like, okay, let me go back to the car. I try to go back to sleep. And that didn't work, of course. And let me tell you something, boy, there's mental issues all over the world, no question about it. And there's a lot of folks that are out there suffering from all type of mental illness. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Come on, y'all hang out with your boy. Cindy's on the way. B-Love's gonna call him. And I'm on Harlem, right? I'm parked on 126th Street right before we get into the show. I'm parked on 126th Street, right? And Lenox Avenue, but I'm parked in 126th Street, that right around the corner from. I think they have the big, Marshalls, CVS. It's right around the corner from. It's right around the corner from. I was parked right around the corner from Marshalls and CVS. B-Love, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
No, I'm done. I'm totally exhausted. But
No, me too.
it's totally just. I got it. I'm gonna leave here again and make the attempt to get some sleep. And I'm I'm parked right on 126, guys. I'm telling them how I was this whole telling the folks how late I was out last night, and while I'm waiting for the show to start, remember the show's supposed to start at 9:30, didn't start till 11. So I'm sitting in my car, because I don't want to sit in the club. I don't want to sit in there. No disrespect to the club. And B, let me tell you something. The mental illness is running rampant in these streets. I was in Harlem last night. Now it's about 10 o'clock at night. It's 10 o'clock at night, and the streets are popping. In New York City, it could be 10 o'clock. It could be 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's just like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And B, it was a bunch of guys, older guys. I think I would say safely between 25 and 45 years old. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. B, and you can, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but 99% of this is drug related. And B, it's almost like schizophrenia, man. Like these guys were just out of their minds. They were out of their minds, but trying to be coherent at the same time. And there was a bunch of them talking to each other. Imagine a bunch of out of control, out of mind people talking to each other at the same time. And it scared me.
Yes.
It scared me because the mental illness is real, because they were so out of it where if they react or they do something to somebody, I don't think they would even know that they did anything to anybody. Yeah. They probably do know they're doing something to somebody, but it was just really scary out there. I was on 126 and Lenox Avenue, and they were all on the corner. I guess maybe it was time. I don't know. Maybe they just to meet up so they could go out and get the drugs so they can get. I don't know.
Right.
But the mental illness was crazy out in Harlem last night. So now we do the show, and then we get into the mental illness part in a minute. I'm gonna play this. I want to play the tape with the Reverend, with the choking incidents, and the Reverend spoke about it. Okay, we're gonna talk about that, man. And then, right, B, check this out. Now remember, I'm in Harlem, New York, last night. Now is, like I said, the show started at 11. It didn't end till about 12:30. B. 12:30, I was on 100 last night. In the morning, 12:30 in the morning, I was walking back to my car on Lenox Avenue. I was like, what the F am I doing out here? But I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm out here in these streets. And I've been in these streets since I've been 9 years old. B, I walked to the car. Someone said to me, go to your mother's house and just stay there. But I didn't want to go there because there's nowhere to park the car. Where my mother lives, I have to go down the block, around the corner to park the car in the parking lot to walk back to my mother's house to get robbed. I didn't want to do that.
Right. Right.
B, I get in my car. I drive west to the George Washington Bridge. I get to 8th Avenue and 126th Street, heading west. I'm heading to that bridge. B, don't you know this big, I'm waiting at the light. This gay man, I mean, flamboyantly gay man, looked at me, B-Love, with this flirtatious look, like, looked at me like, what you gonna do, brother? And B, this man was literally, I'm not making this up, B, like 6'3", 6'4", and had these big heels on, like a boot, like a leather boot heel. This dude, this gay, very flamboyant gay man, had to have been between 20 and 30, B. Seemed like he came out of a gay bar. He didn't seem like he was gay, like prostitute gay.
Right.
He seemed like he had it all together. But B, this gay man had his pants down below, like the young guys, they wear the pants below the down below the waist.
Right.
But it was a fashionable way. He had his jeans down below his waist with some colorful underwear on. With a white T-shirt. I am not making this up. With a white T-shirt with the heels and sashaying right down the block, shaking his hips and shaking his ass.
Not sashaying, no, Shawn. He was sashaying.
The sashay. Let me tell you something. He was swinging that ass. And I pulled up, and you know how you pull up in the crosswalk and somebody's just, it's like a rhythm. People are just walking across the street. And I pull up. It was like a scene in a movie. I pull up. He's coming from across. He's crossing into the street, and he's doing this sort of model walk, and he's staring right at me. Now, I didn't know what to think because he was so gay, but at the same time, he was built like a football player.
Sashaying. He was a sashaying football player.
Listen, I'm going to give a round of applause to gay men that wear women's shoes. B, and then he looked at me like he looked right at B. This gay man, let me describe him. He was tall, like I said, tall. He was about 6'3", 6'4". He had the heels on, so now that bumped him up to about 6'6". He was very tall. He was dark-skinned. I mean, dark like Michael Blackson, almost dark. You know what I mean? And he had a bald head, and he was very clean.
Oh, wow.
This man had it together.
Sashaying.
The sashay.
Sashing.
That
Wow.
Now, but it looked like the way the visual was. It looked like I said. It wasn't like no bum kind of gay guy. Like, you know how you got those. It was none of that.
Right. He was right and tight.
What you call it?
His fabulousness.
What did you call it?
Right and tight.
Right and tight.
He was right and tight.
And I don't know. Maybe he was looking for some action.
Oh, for sure he was looking for some action. What else was he doing?
But like when he looked at me, B, like he looked right into my soul. I almost bitched up.
Ooh, Shawn.
Now the light changes green. Now I could go. He's shaking his ass so much. I looked at him. I said, look at this. This man was walking like a woman. I said, you know what? Am I delusional? Like, is this all a dream? Am I not in Harlem? Am I home? And I'm dreaming this. Between the mental neighbors and the gay guy and the club started at after 11. My mother with the water. Everything's dark. I don't know what's going on. Is this really happening?
It's happening, Shawn. It was happening. It was going down. It's Harlem. It's Harlem. Everything goes down in Harlem.
I wanted to go to the store. So I pull off.
You didn't stop at the store.
Yeah, I stopped at the store because there's a store.
I'm getting an Eddie Murphy vibe right now.
I stopped at the store. No, when I drove off, and there was a store up on Broadway before I get on the bridge. I said, let me get something to drink. And I was so hungry, I said, let me order a sandwich. So I go into the store, and the guy's like, we have no sandwich. No, we're done. That's it. And I got in the car, and I headed back here. And I need a therapy session right now. Well, this is the therapy session. But B, let me ask you something. And good morning, everybody. B Love's on the phone. Let me place on everybody. Get your morning started.
Good morning.
B, let's go with the deranged mental guys in the street. Do they scare you? Because they scare me.
Yes.
And tell me how you work, how you navigate through that. When you see mental, how fast do you cross the street? I mean, what are you doing?
That fast. You just said it. Crossing the street, looking away, acting like I don't see it, just walking on by. That's one of the things that I love about New York City is like we know it ain't right, but we just act like everything is okay and just keep it pushing. Hopefully, it won't be me today. Hopefully, it will not be me today. So I'm just going to keep walking. I'm going to see you in your colorful panties. I'm going to watch you sashay, strange. I might even applaud you, but I'm just going to keep it pushing because that's what we do in New York City.
Now, let me ask this question, B, before we get to our first story. God bless you. Only person on earth for you to get your morning started. Now, let's go. Now, okay, that's how you deal with the mental guys. Now, let's go to the gay guys.
Well, they don't want me, so I'm good.
No, but let me ask you this question, though. This, like I described this man right to the T. This gay guy was very gay, very feminine gay, very like proud, like just really proud to be gay. Nothing wrong with that. But B, let me ask you something. When a gay man walks like that, that's built like that, that's almost built like a woman, that's very proud. This man was very proud to be very gay. Do you women have an issue with these men that are running around here, probably getting more sex than you?
Probably. Probably.
B, how do you feel when the gay guy, God bless these gays, God bless you gay folks, when they walk down the block and they got it all together? B, because when that guy looked at me, when the gay guy looked at me, I did bitch up. Harvey turned into a little bitch. I was like, oh my God, what the? All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Right.
B, when you see that ultra gay guy, strutting down the block, that got it all together. Sashaying down the block, the shasha, right down the block. Right. And you see them coming at you or they're in your environment. How do women feel about the super gay guy that's out there bagging men and having more fun than you guys? How you feel about that, B?
I don't feel anyway because guess what? They can have you. You can have them and they can have you. I remember having this conversation with Talent and he was like, oh, you know, your man is... No, my man is. There's never a competition. There is no competition. If he can have you, then you're not my man. So just so you know, keep sachet and strange. We're not in competition. My man is not your man.
Yeah, but B. But B, when you see the gay guy come into the building, do you feel like, wow, I am a woman and.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. You can't ever be, no offense, I'm not even saying this to be offensive to anyone. I love my LGBTQ element of P community. I really do. But there's no competition. You're not a woman. I understand that that's how you feel, and I understand that's how you want to portray yourself, but you're not me. So all I feel like is like, hey, if that's what you want to do it. But we're not in competition. It's really just not the same thing. That's all I can say.
If you're a gay man, I need you to call in 570-982-6950. I don't know, B. These gay men, B, I don't know. I don't know, B. They might be out here. They might be out here taking the rest of the men from y'all. I don't know.
Taking the rest of what men? Like,
you talk about these men all the time. I don't know.
My man, if he's gay, because if my man is interested in you, then guess what? He can't be interested in me. And I understand that there are people who want their cake and eat it too. Some of them, swing from both sides of the fences. But if my understanding is that you want to be in both places, you can't over here. So to go back to your point, you can't take my man. You're not a woman. You can never be me. And you can't take my man.
Well,
if you do, that my man is not for me because he clearly is for you. Just saying.
I don't know, B. I hear a lot of resentment coming from you, and maybe the sentiment might be that. Maybe women are resentful. Women, do you feel resentful when you see that gay guy strutting, sashaying down the block, got it all together, happy as hell, booked and busy?
Booked and busy.
Lady, do you start hating when the gay guy is booked and busy? Even on certain days looking better than you guys? What's up with that? And you're worried about these men? You worried about the wrong men?
No, you worried about the wrong men.
Young women out here are worried about the wrong man. These gay guys are out here, the Sylvesters of the world, God bless. They out here slaying y'all as well. And that's it. That's it, B. You can sit there and tell me all day, we're the originals. I'm a woman. I don't know. Are you a woman? Because guess what? We have all different identities now, B.
I got a birth certificate that co-signs my woman. Like the footprint and everything that says I came out be love. There's no confusion. I didn't start as Bernard and now I'm not, and now I'm Bernadette. No. I'm Bernadette. I always have been. And what's funny is it's like, now you got to ask for those credentials for real.
Right.
Because you never know what you're going to get. It's like, well, when I first started, and it could be Tyrone. I was Tisha, and now I'm Tyrone. Hold on. Tisha, Tyrone, I don't really know who the hell you are. What were you when you started? So there has to be some clarification because, I'm not trying to be caught up in the matrix. Not your matrix. Not my matrix. What are we doing?
B, let me ask you this.
The Sylvesters of the world.
The Sylvesters. So then B, let me ask you this then. Cindy, I was just telling them how I saw a gay guy walking down Harlem yesterday, and this gay guy was winning, and
well, the must have been winning because you were looking.
Yeah, I was looking. I had no other choice. I did. B, hey B. Okay, you want to go there? B, I'm not gonna deny it. I'm cool. I'm okay with my sexuality. I'm not gonna be the guy that's see a gay guy walking down the block strutting with a fat ass and get offended because I look or he looked at me. I'm not that guy.
The guy with the fat ass?
He had a fat ass.
Wow.
The gay guy was 6'3", Cindy. The gay guy was 6'3", had on boots. Like the boots were like 3-inch heels, Cindy. Had some tight jeans on. The pants were off his butt, Cindy. And he had these kind of, I don't know what kind of underwear he had on and a top. Cindy, the thing with this man was gay as hell. And he looked at me while I was at the light where I was going to the George Washington Bridge. But my question to you is this, B. My question to you is this. Have you in your adult life had one of those gay friends, like one of those Sylvesters? Like one of those openly flamboyant, boy, Cindy, boy, I know gay men must talk a lot of crap about you women in these streets. These gay guys gotta be slaying you guys. And if they are, I sympathize with you, B. B, have you ever had the Sylvester flamboyant gay friend?
Nope.
What?
I grew up, I've said this many times. My mom she wasn't a friend approver. She didn't actually like me having friends. So I didn't really have friends growing up. And there was definitely no Sylvesters in the group. So yeah, no.
You never had a a male gay friend, like a gay guy friend that talk girl talk? You never had that?
Nope.
B, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Guys, put in the chat room if you...
The gay guys are just as bad as the females, to your point. So I'm just like, I'm
good. You think so? Well, we're going to ask Cindy. Guys in the chat room, put in one chat room if in your adult life you ever had that Sylvester in your life, that super gay guy that's like a girl.
Nope. Back then it wasn't even okay to be gay. That was the crazy part. Like, I know there may be some people that are maybe a little bit younger, but me pushing the 50 Cent over here, it wasn't even cool to be gay. It wasn't cool to be a hoe. It wasn't cool to be gay. It wasn't like people hid that kind of thing. So yeah, I didn't have the flamboyant friend.
Cindy, in your adult life, before we get into the show, because I encountered a Sylvester last night, God bless.
And he liked it, Cindy. That's the part he's not saying. Cindy, you know how we driving by in Harlem, when I'm driving in Harlem or anywhere in the middle of the night, I'm just going through. Sean saw the panties, they were colorful. The boots, they were high. He saw the t-shirt, they were cute. He just ran down the whole...
Right.
Well, then B, hey, B, maybe I did like it. I don't know.
Okay.
but B, guess what? But Cindy, guess what?
Right.
Because I'm so comfortable with my sexuality, I can sit there and describe it and be okay with it and share it with you guys.
Okay.
Right.
If that's how you want to
Trying to
categorize
be worried is my question.
Right.
Excuse me?
Just asking.
Right.
And like I said, I am too old to be gay.
That's not even a thing. There's literally...
He's too lazy and tired. His knees can't handle that.
No. My rectum is 57 years old. My rectum can't handle it.
Oh, and well, there's that too.
That's disgusting.
If I was 25, then maybe it might be a different situation.
Oh, wow.
Cindy.
I don't even have anything to say.
Cindy, have you had... Cindy.
This conversation is going down a slippery slope, and I'm just trying to monitor it.
Laden alcohol right now.
Cindy, have you had the super flamboyant gay guy friend?
No.
What is wrong with you ladies? Is there any woman in there that ever had the super What's wrong with you people? Have you people ever lived a life?
Excuse me, people are not accessories. Why do I need to have one?
Right.
You have all... I'm not saying you need to have one at some point in your life.
Latest flamboyant gay friend, Cindy. He's sitting in my closet right now. I'm going to pull him out with the outfit
but the question...
Yeah, it's like... What? They're just regular people. If I haven't encountered a person like that in my life that I've been friends with, no. I mean, have I seen them? Have I interacted? Have I gone out? Yes.
So, Cindy, the question was before you walked through the door, how do you feel? Because, B-Love, how do you feel when you see that super gay guy walking down the block that got it together? The outfit, they out there slaying. They're booked and busy. They happy. They in relationships or they slaying. They doing whatever. And they living that great life. Cindy, as a woman, are you resentful of the gay guy that's walking down the block that got it together? Because B-Love is.
What? That doesn't even make any sense. That would be like...
No, it's like the same thing. Like when the women see another woman and they look better than, and the women start hating. Do regular heterosexual women hate on the black gay man?
I'm sure there are some, but I don't. It's just like a regular person. What, if I see a man walking down the street that has his stuff together, I'm going to be jealous of him? No, I might tell him, you look cute. You got your stuff going on. They're just regular people. You make gay men sound like some type of like...
I'll make it sound.
Like,
No, the gay guy I saw last.
You are so fascinated by the gay man, especially the black gay man, Shawn.
Black gay man, Cindy. The black gay man last night looked like Cindy. The black gay man last night looked like a superhero. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yes, their outfits can be a little. Wow.
These gay black men, God bless them, they are out here busting y'all in your asses with these outfits. At least we can say that.
They booked and busy.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Tenny, no competition.
More power to them. I mean, I like it because, you know, for so long, you know, people like that, they get brutalized, they get victimized for trying to be who they are. So I love it. I love to see it. I'm glad you feel comfortable to do that.
Well, Cindy, as a heterosexual man, I feel okay saying I compliment this tall ass gay guy that was looking great out walking in the street.
Yeah, you should. More men should talk to them.
Is this a gay intervention this morning? Like, Cindy, do we need to like gather, the people and be like, we need to have a little intervention here, Shawn? I don't know how comfortable I feel with you really feeling this good about this.
I've talked about this.
Again, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I just want to get home. I'm not paying attention to details, and he literally he had a clean bald head. It was tightly shaved, and he had on colorful panties with the tall boots and with a little white T-shirt, and he was sashaying with the. All of this is making me uncomfortable.
No, I'm sorry, but B, I gotta come back and report what I see in these streets. What are we doing here? If I'm the only one that's in this whole Shawn Harvey movement that's in these streets every night of the week, I gotta report back on what I see to you guys so we can talk.
You saw a lot of detail.
Okay.
A lot of detail. Cindy, help me out, please.
Cindy, well, B, if you get to know me,
I'm just saying, like, are we doing a gay intervention here? Because
Cindy, don't you know? Cindy will tell you I'm down with this whole gay movement. Everybody knows that.
Is there a gay movement though?
So should we be getting you boots for Christmas? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
You want the tall boots with the big heel? I'm just
don't want
trying
it.
to figure it out.
I don't want anything.
Well, Shawn, that is good. More men need to be comfortable with talking to feminine presenting men.
Thank you.
So I encourage it.
Thank
If this made you excited,
Okay,
and you want to go,
and you want to
go find another.
See, there you go. With
Maybe
the joke.
you, instead of asking me, do you have any flamboyant gay friends in your life?
Right.
Don't ask me. I can find one. How about you?
Okay, well, Cindy,
How about you?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I've never had the flamboyant Sylvester friend, but I've been around a lot of them, being out in comedy, and you meet a whole different, you meet everybody out in the street.
Well, maybe you need to make a friend. You can speak with him about this kind of stuff. He can give you some insight.
What you might,
that's how you connect.
Right.
You need to make a friend.
Listen, you might be right. The last gay guy that I encountered, like I shared with everybody, made a pass at me in front of my wife when we was in Antigua.
That could have been the great start to a friendship.
Right.
You should have got his number. You should be like, no. I'm not.
Him where he got it from, Shawn. Size 13s or custom.
I'm not gonna screw you today, but hey, we can go out for a drink.
That's hilarious.
What's your name? And there you go. The guy last night. You met somebody last night. You said?
No, he was.
Oh, he was just walking down the street.
He was walking down the street, and I was in the car.
Okay. He was just walking down the street.
He was walking down the street. I was in the car.
And you were checking him out as he was walking down the street. You were in your car.
Cindy, he walked right past me.
Wow, it's okay, Shawn. It's
Cindy,
the little
look at
things.
me.
It's the little things.
Cindy, look at me. If you don't freaking look at me right freaking now, I'm gonna be so freaking. Don't you freaking judge me.
So you're sitting in your car.
I pull up at
being
the light.
a voyeur. Like you could have just glanced up, seen him, and be like, okay. But you like watched him walk down the street.
Cindy, he stared.
I'm just trying to get the visual of
all
this.
right, but Cindy, he stared at me. It was eye contact.
Where were your hands?
My hands were in my. My hands was. My hands was on my steering wheel. You know what?
Where were your hands?
My hands were on the steering wheel. Cindy, I pulled up to the light, and his big eyes. He stared right in my soul. Cindy, he stared in my soul. I had to look at this neighbor.
I can't look at you right now.
Why you can't look at me, Cindy? Well, why you can't see? I share my soul, and this is what I get.
Everybody put the hands up in the chat room, Shawn. Where were your hands? Where were your hands
My
while you were all
hands was
looking
on
at
the
this
steering
man?
wheel, City. And then he looked back. I looked. He kept walking. I looked down, looked at him, and he had the heels, the big ass, and then I drove away.
I'm side-eyeing you right now.
Right now, I'm feeling a little Eddie Murphy-ish situation right now.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I can't come here and share nothing.
Wow.
I'm telling you what happened to me last night.
I think a little more happened to you last night.
Right.
And I thought it was some kind of dream because Cindy J, a few hour before that, all these mental guys were on 126th Street and Lennox losing their minds, slamming their heads against the wall. Then I go down to 8th Avenue and 126th Street and I see the biggest gay man I ever saw in my life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Shawn was trying to get a sandwich and he almost became a sandwich.
Do you watch?
This is what happened at Harlem last night.
Do you watch P Valley, Shawn?
Do I watch what?
Do you watch P Valley on Stars?
I've heard of the show, but never watched it.
You should check it out.
Why?
You might like it.
I might like it.
No, but it has one of the main.
I don't like the way this is going because both of y'all are judging me. My chin is starting to sweat. Yes, you are. You think that I'm something that I'm not. My chin is sweating and I'm feeling inadequate right now, and that's horrible. That both of you have put me in this place when I shared in detail how Harvey feels, just like if I was sitting in therapy. Now it's something that's
We're just
deeper than that.
asking questions.
I'm answering the questions, but you can't even look at me. Look at me, City. She can't look at. You don't look at me.
Why?
Look at me. Look at my eyes. Look at me. Look at my soul.
I don't want to anymore.
You all in her personal space.
He wants me to give him the look the gay guy gave him yesterday. I can't look through your soul, Shawn. I can't see it. I can't do what he did yesterday to you.
Well, then put on some big ass boots.
That's what we're asking, Shawn.
Yeah, that's why you need to watch. That's why you need to watch P Valley, because one of the main characters, Uncle Clifford. He's, and the actor that plays him is really great. I forget what's his name, Andre something, but yeah, you'd be intrigued, and then you wouldn't have to feel weird being in your car watching it. You could be in the comfort of your own home, watching it go down. You can even see how they do it.
Oh my God!
Has that ever crossed your mind?
No, that's never crossed my mind. There's a lot of things that's crossed my mind, but not that.
It can give you a good insight into
that
that lifestyle.
I'm sharing what happened. See, because most men, and B-Love, God bless you guys, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Most men, especially back in the day, even if a gay guy walked past them, just like you talked about, even if a gay guy walked past a heterosexual man, a heterosexual man back in the day would deem that offensive.
Right.
And if a gay guy looked at a man back in the day, Cindy, they might want to get physical with them.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you, what's the worst? What's the worst? Be me describing this experience with the Super Sylvester, right, to you guys, or if I looked at the Sylvester guy and wanted to immediately fight him because he looked at me. Which one is worse? The ones that's worse is the man that reacts in violence to a gay person. Because what are you really saying?
We're not saying what you did was bad. We're just asking if you're trying to tell us something.
You complimenting the boots and the panties is an issue for me. Like, I'm just saying, like, the colorful panties.
Well, I did.
You have to listen to the words you're saying yourself. These colorful panties. He had on and a little white t-shirt.
City.
And big tall boots. I'm like, who?
City. He had on colorful panties.
Was it a thong, Shawn?
No, it wasn't a thong. It wasn't a thong. It was panties with a big ass.
Like lace? It had some lace on it?
No, it was regular panties. It was
like
regular
cotton?
It
like
was
regular cotton panties?
100% cotton, and it was colorful.
And it was like peeking over the pants?
And it was peeking over the pants with the fat ass with the stupid boots. Yes.
Now it's stupid boots.
Did you
was a
immediately
singer
know?
before Cindy.
Did you
Cindy,
immediately know it was a man, or you thought it was a woman? Because you do like that Wendy Williams, tall man-looking type. So maybe I'll give you grace if you thought it was a Wendy sighting.
No, Cindy, this was a grown-ass man.
Okay. So
Oh God.
I don't know, but that's fine. That's cool, Shawn. Okay.
Whatever. Listen, you guys ain't gonna box me a corner with this.
Hey.
At least I'm sharing my experience of what I saw.
Okay.
Okay,
Sean,
you guys.
What shoe size do you wear? I just need to.
I wear a size.
Big boots gotta be custom made. So
Okay.
I gotta put 'em out.
Okay, I wear a size 11.
Okay, that's a regular size. You should be good.
Okay, I wear a size 11. They got size 11 in every store in America. And fellas, okay, so then if the fellas that are listening in the chat room, have you ever experienced what I experienced? Have you ever walked down
What
the block,
did you experience though? Seeing
a gay guy stare at me
And his soul.
and looked into my soul?
Levels to the
Guys,
GA.
he was trying to see what's up because he looked and you looking at him, so he like, what you looking at?
Yeah, I know you right.
Why you checking out my
But I
pants,
didn't.
though?
But he looked at me.
And then
first.
you continued to look when he looked at you, didn't you?
Because he was in my sight of vision.
He was trying to see what's up. And see, that's why he wore his outfit, because he was like, this is the get him outfit.
No.
When he left the house this morning, he was like, I'm going to get him today. And he got you. He got you. And that's why he wears it. That's why he stepped out the house.
So, Cindy, you think he got me?
He got you, bro.
Oh, wow.
Because if he would have spent the block,
If I was,
you would have looked he might have got a conversation. He might have stopped at you and been like, oh, excuse me, you know his direction somewhere or something.
Cindy was very tall. Fellas in the chat room, have you ever? Are there any men in the chat room, Cindy?
I don't know.
Fellas in the chat room.
No man in the chat room is going to admit to what you're admitting to right now. So
That's the problem.
So I would say you're in Harvey's house.
Welcome to Harvey's house, guys.
You might want to lock the door. Turn out the lights at Harvey's house today.
But Cindy, I bet you these men won't admit it, but I bet you they've been through something similar
They
than what
got
I've been
got
through
to.
last night.
I know,
They're
they
not
got
gonna
to.
admit it.
They got
What man
to.
is in that chat room right now? They're not gonna admit it. But I welcome to Harvey's house. You're right. Turn off the lights and lock the door on this one. But I bet you there's not a man in that chat room that'll say, hey, yes, Shawn, gay guy walked past me too and looked at me.
Where's Prentice Cox?
I'm sorry. Who said it? You should have took that one to the grave. Natalie said you should have taken that. You should have took that one to the grave, Shawn. The soul searching and the big heels.
Cindy.
And the cute and the colorful panties. Take that one to the grave, bro.
Cindy, the gay guy looked at my soul.
I know. I know.
Fellas, I know you're not gonna admit it, but in your adult life, has the Sylvester looked at you? Have you crossed eyes with a Sylvester?
Shawn, I'm not gonna lie.
He's going to admit to that, Shawn. But okay.
Have you ever? Who's in? What men are in that chat room? Who's in there? Amir Sealy. Amir Sealy.
Amir is taking that one to the grave.
Amir has never had that happen to him.
How you know that? He's
Amir
never
has
been in a
because
social
he is
situation.
a man's man.
But I'm
That
just
would
saying,
never happen.
Nobody's questioning your sexuality. I'm just saying, have you ever, a gay guy ever walked past you and stared at you and you had eye contact with a gay guy?
I don't think that's happened to him.
Are going to say that, if you men are going to say no, I don't believe you. Alvin, have a gay guy ever looked at you?
Alvin Bland, are you new?
Harlem is not for the weak, is what Alvin said. Alvin, no.
Shawn,
Right now, this soul,
Okay, what you want to say?
soul gutting situation just makes me ask some questions. That's
Well,
all.
then ask the questions. Then ask the questions.
Go either way, right? You know how Tyrone got to now be Tanisha. Now Shawn is still Shawn. Like, what is going on right now?
See, we got jokes right now. But God
John
bless you.
Greer said guys have bought him drinks before.
See?
I hear that, John.
Okay, John.
Now hold on a second. Now hold on a second. I'm going to applaud this man
Okay.
because he has the courage to share this. Thank you, John. A gay guy bought him a drink.
Okay.
And he's sharing it. Now, are you looking at John side-eye, City?
Sean, I'm just
No.
saying, Sean.
Well, why? So wait, you looking at me side-eye because I'm describing the way this guy looks, but
because
you're not looking at John side-eye because a gay guy bought him a drink.
Because John didn't say he made eye contact and his soul was lifted.
Right, he was so.
As John, did the gay guy look in your soul, bro?
No, that didn't happen to John.
Before or after he bought you the drink, did he look in your soul?
John, did the gay guy, fellas in the chat room, did any gay men ever look in your soul?
It's okay, Sean.
You're still thinking about it. Exactly. Like, this was last night.
LaShawn Haynes Jones
I
said.
feel like this was a morning situation.
She said he mentally got it, and you're still thinking about it. She said, "Let it go, bro. Let it go, Sean."
Wait a minute, guys.
He's in your mental. Did you think about him today, this morning?
Just when I started talking about it.
Okay.
So what happened? Cindy J. Cindy, what's
That man is sitting in his apartment this morning saying, "I snatched that man's soul last night."
Cindy, have I been?
This morning.
Cindy, has my soul been snatched by a gay guy? Talk to me, Cindy.
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know how you feel inside. But you know what, Sean? That happened to me one time. Like, one time I had this lesbian that really came on to me, like, really strongly. And, you know, I was like, kind of like, okay, girl.
How strong?
Like, you know, like really strong. Like, you know, she kept like coming at me and stuff. But she was like funny and charming and stuff like that.
Right.
So I get what you're saying. You know, that's fine. It happens. I felt a little way.
Did you feel a little way?
About their Mac game, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I did.
I've been rapped to by a gay chick, and I said, damn, girl. The only difference between me and you going home is you don't have a penis to sling. Because if you did, your game is tight. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I get it, Sean. I get it.
I mean, you didn't even get a chance to speak to him. So, you know, who knows? That persuasion is real strong.
For real.
So
The game is serious.
be glad. Be glad.
Well,
you just got here. You just had strong eye contact.
Yeah, thank God. Let's clap for that. I had strong eye contact.
Now, we have a conversation tomorrow that she went back. Now we're going to have to have an intervention.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Go back looking for Strong J tonight. We got to have a problem. That's all I'm saying.
And B, here's the funny thing.
You start doing comedy in gay clubs now?
Yeah. Now, B,
You on the circuit?
Now, here's the funny thing. Cindy, I am not making this up. Tomorrow, speaking of Harlem, guys, live podcast tape in Harlem. Get your tickets. People hit me up yesterday at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street on Thursday, October the 27th, which is actually Cindy J's birthday. So get your tickets and come on down and watch the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team live. And then we'll do a quick comedy show and then an after party. And we celebrating Cindy J's birthday. Let's clap for that.
Yes, it's going down, y'all.
Yes.
So make sure you're there.
Put your colorful panties, gentlemen.
Now, B. Boy, B's having a time with this one. Now, Cindy, here, I'm not making this up before you can read the chat room. Cindy, I am not making this up. I'll be back in Harlem tomorrow night on 118th Street somewhere.
Looking for his boo. Hey, boo. You want to get a sandwich?
You know, I saw you the other day. You had colorful panties. You were so intriguing.
Oh, God. All right.
You want to get a sandwich from the bodega?
God.
I'm tricking tonight.
That's how they be.
Oh, my
That's how they
God. She
begin,
said,
though.
looking for my boo. All right.
You need the extra lettuce and tomatoes. Extra. That's all me.
I'm glad you guys are getting a kick out of it, but I tell you one thing:
gosh, that's
these gay
hilarious.
guys are slaying all the leftover men that y'all don't have anymore. Now,
Hey, exactly.
she said they could have them.
They can. Please take them out of here. Make,
You can have them.
make some room for the ones I need to
For
see.
the real ones, exactly.
Please.
Get out the way.
All right, only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, put a number 1 in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. Cindy, let's move on. To get
Now you want to move on.
yeah, it's time to move on. Okay, there's no more of a breaking news because the only thing to say after that is I admit that I'm gay, and that's not gonna happen. Okay. So that's not if that's not gonna happen. So we just need to move on, okay? And if I did, would your guys judge me anyway? Cindy's already got one foot out the door. If I even said that, she can't even look at me with the conversation. Imagine if I say that I'm gay. Then she's out the door, and I'm here by myself in Harvey's house. My wife's gonna leave me, the dog's gonna leave me, and I'll just be gay by myself.
No.
But you got a boo uptown. Like, it's already over. You're good. You're straight. You got a boo on lock.
I wouldn't, Shawn. I would be like, oh my gosh, like when did it happen?
Whatever, Cindy.
I'd be like,
When did you start getting the slung in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, yeah.
Wear your colorful panties, boo.
I-
You're down for it.
I'm excited, Shawn.
Thank you.
I'm always here to talk, Shawn. You know that.
Okay, cool.
It's not just here at the show. Like off camera, we are friends too.
Okay, cool. Now, Cindy, the Brooklyn Bishop Whitehead wanted to clear up the whole choking situation.
Oh, please! I don't even want to report on this foolishness.
Hold on, here we go. Let's listen to this real quick. Let me see.
It was a plan and a scheme. I found out last night that these young ladies had plotted this whole rendition to disturb my church. They were actually sent by other bloggers. I hate the fact that I have to even bring these other bloggers because they really don't mean anything, but they've been attacking my church. But she came on the side of me and just started cussing me out, cursing me out. I said, okay, cool, no problem. And I told my church, let's pray and then let's clap. And I said, now you got to get out of here. Now you got to go. And the exclusive video that I sent you guys shows that she started to walk back and then she beelined straight to my wife and my 10-month-old daughter, where I felt that she was going to hurt them because she started to yell at my wife. So I grabbed her by the back of her shirt and some of her hair was in my hands and I had her shoulder. I never touched her neck. I don't have no nails at all. I don't have no nails. And I escorted her out into the arms of the police.
You can understand why when somebody looks at the video and you grab this woman either by the collar or whatever, and they didn't know and you literally take her all the way out by the collar or whatever, you could understand why people would say, why is...
Hold on.
By her neck.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team. Be Love. Cindy J. Who's this?
It's Deborah. I got 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
Listen, I know you're not gay, but if you became gay, I would still be your friend.
Thank you.
So don't worry about them. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying to get on the train. You know I'm having one of my crazy mornings. You know me.
I really appreciate you for saying that. Deborah, Deborah, I really appreciate you saying that because I'm feeling a certain way with these two over here. Even if I admitted that I lost 2 friends right here and there. And the way they criticize me, and Cindy sit there.
I know you a lie.
And Cindy sits there and she's...
Both of them right now, if they're not your friends, if you feel that they will dump you, if you change something that's in your life, then just dump them right now. Let's do a live on the show right
Deborah!
now. Bye, Cindy. Yo, you not gonna be his friend?
I said I would be his friend.
That's what we do. We from Harlem, New York. He's really New York. He's not that PA. Yo, either you gonna be his friend or not.
Love me or leave me alone. Okay.
Exactly. He got a lot of friends up here. Come back to New York, Shawn. You see how they do? That's PA
Take
for you.
yourself back to Harlem, okay?
Yo.
No, he's from the Bronx. Don't make no mistake.
Exactly.
Take yourself right back to Harlem.
Deborah, I would never leave
Thank you,
Shawn if he
Deborah.
was gay.
I love you, Sonny. You know I love you.
Yo.
But not if you do that to Shawn.
Thank you.
Not if you do that to Shawn. Okay? Cause
Now I
that
know
ain't
what I'm
right.
getting showing for Christmas.
I'm trying to create a safe space.
Boots in a size 11 to match.
He don't need those accessories, Miko.
See, Deborah? You see, you are absolutely right. You are a true friend to me. These two have...
I just had to get off the bus because I left my phone home. These damn phones. So now I gotta get on the train. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
All right.
But I kind of tuned in and I was like, what? Love y'all.
Love you, Deborah.
See? Can't wait to meet you, Miko.
Yeah. Oh, that's B Love.
B-Love.
Bye-bye.
It's okay. I'll be Miss Miko.
It was a plan and a scheme.
Turn this off. Why? Listen, ever since this neighbor, okay, and I say that with a hard R, okay? Ever since he's gotten robbed, okay, he's been like at the top of the news circuit, okay? Like, I don't know if this like put him on the map. Now I'm thinking, well, my conspiracy theory mind, I'm thinking he hired somebody to rob him, okay? Because he has just not stopped being in the news, going live. Like, what even type of pastor are you? Like, and people follow him. Like, it's too much. You grab that lady by the neck. Lamar Whitehead, whatever your name is, just cut it out.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And if your whole Don the Dapper Christian Dior suit, you will kill me because here's where I am when I saw this. And first of all, he did grab her by her neck.
He did.
But what kills me about the whole situation is you got dudes running up in your church, and the first thing you do is lay down and roll. First thing you do is get down on the ground and not do nothing. And they had a gun to your wife's head, stole her jewels, stole your jewelry, and you didn't do a damn thing. You stopped, dropped, and rolled. And you have two women now coming in, whether they're videotaped, whatever they're doing, and you want to snatch them up by the neck? I don't understand you, sir. What is really happening right now? So you won't defend my honor. As a wife, he would have been on divorce court. As a wife, you won't defend me against a gun, but you're going to defend me against a phone? I'm confused, sir. What are we doing?
So, Cindy, let's just clarify. So, Cindy, let's just clarify. These are two separate incidents, right?
Yes.
At this the Pastor Whitehead's church, which is now making national news because they reported it on TMZ now. And the pastor's getting on social media and he's sharing his side of the story. You are absolutely right. I mean, whoever's following this pastor, God bless. But I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Not God.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. No, well, my whole thing is, guess what, though? He's going to get more followers to come to that church because now people are fascinated about this guy. And for him to choke this woman, right, Cindy? Because he thought that the woman...
He yoked her up.
Listen.
Grabbed her.
A lot of... when we talked about this last week, B, a lot of y'all women out there, y'all catching it right now. Getting choked up and getting punched in the head. So this is trending. I'm not advocating for it. I'm not advocating for it, but it's trending because that's what you hear in the news. Women getting knocked out all the time now, and it's true. It's just true. It's just what it is. I'm not advocating it, but women are getting knocked out. Now, she makes a beeline for the wife, and
allegedly.
Yeah, we couldn't.
I haven't seen the video.
We couldn't.
The other video, I've only seen the one where he snatched up, but allegedly. She was going for the wife. And if I'm the wife, hands is up. I just got robbed a few weeks ago, sis. If you want to come get it, but you going to get it.
Cindy, what?
I'm confused by this whole situation.
Cindy, what's the location of this church?
It's in Brooklyn somewhere. It's in Brooklyn. Who knows? Because it looks weird inside. Like
very weird.
Every time you see the video, like I don't know. It has some.
It look have Hermes chairs. I'm just.
No, it kind of looked like Queen Elizabeth's throne room. Cindy, he got arrested for this, right?
No, wait.
Yeah, they did.
They arrested him, Cindy, for yoking the lady.
Oh, I thought you meant for the robbery.
No.
Yeah.
They did arrest him. The police came. They arrested. They took one woman. They took him. And they ultimately wound up letting him go. And that's his whole thing. Like, they came and arrested me in front of my congregation, and I'm a role model for what? Idiots? How to be an idiot? That's what the hell you are, a hot mess. With your little fake I am so over this guy.
Yeah, but B, wouldn't it fascinate you? Sort of like a gay guy looking in your soul. Wouldn't you want to go to that church just to go there, just to see what's going on?
No.
Cindy,
I would never go to a church. We talked about this. I wouldn't go to a church where somebody's wearing some supposedly $500,000 in jewels. Are you kidding me right now? I got a tithe. You know, first of all, if anybody goes to church, y'all know they on their tithing game. Like they getting their 10% off the top. If I'm giving 10% and I see you up there looking like wealth, I'm not going to your church. Oh, and you got robbed? And then when you got robbed, you just lay down on the ground like nothing? I'm good. I'm not even going back to that church. But wait, there's more. Then a woman comes in and you feel threatened and you grab her. I didn't grab her by her neck. I grabbed her by her hair. I had a handful of hair. Sir, you are a whole situation that requires work. God, Jesus, take the wheel. That's all I'm going to say. In this situation, Jesus, take the wheel. Because this is a whole hot mess.
Cindy. Some of this might be justifiable, I'm just saying. If yeah, you're right, guys. You guys are right. If well, listen, if a guy got a firearm, you're gonna get on the ground. You don't give a damn about that wife. You're not gonna give a damn about that husband. If your husband, if you was in that situation, and a guy came with a gun and he was pointing it and advancing towards your husband, you're gonna lay down. You're not. Are you gonna take that bullet for the husband? No.
So it's okay for you to choke out a chick?
I'd rather choke out a chick than to get shot by a guy.
Oh, my God. You set it up before I'm going to get shot anyway, Shawn, because that whole
I'd rather choke out a chick.
Never in danger of getting shot. Just because you have more of a shot last night with that chick in Harlem.
Here she go.
The chance of him getting shot in his
Cindy, here come the callbacks. This is a running joke. Now, what's happening? What's happening now, Cindy, with this guy and me, you know, with the gay guy looking in my soul? What's the latest with the pastor?
Nothing. I don't know. He yoked up that woman, and he's gonna have to go to court, I guess, and fight it or whatever. Who cares?
The moral of the story
I hate Lamar Whitehead.
Church, folks.
Yeah, like I want those.
The story right there. Stay away from this lunatic.
I want people to stop.
Fake Dapper Don Diorsi.
I want people to stop going to this church. I want people to stop.
I want people
reporting about him. I want him to stop going live on Instagram.
Right.
And that'll be all.
Okay,
he's just gonna, he's gonna have to go to court for this.
Okay, well, again, this is the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Live podcast taping, comedy in Harlem. That location is 508 East 117th Street. In the heart of Harlem. That is October the 27th. Doors open up at 6. Showtime 7. Cindy J's big birthday bash. Y'all, the ticket is $20. Y'all come on out. We're going to do the live podcast. If you've never seen us do it live and in person, it is unbelievable. So we can't wait. You guys get dressed up. We're going to do like an after work vibe. We got, we're going to do the grown and we're going to do the sexy like we always do like at the comedy shows. So y'all come on out. We're going to have a live taping of the podcast, and we would love for all you guys to be there. So mark that date, Thursday, October the 27th, Comedy in Harlem. And we also celebrating Cindy J's big birthday bash. Not only that, we also got the New York King talent coming to the Iron Mill. That's Sunday, October the 16th. That's right around the corner. I have the ticket right now. So let's come on out and celebrate Talent's Takeover, Talent and Friends at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive. Cindy, you can go on with your next story while you guys help me get this get this gay guy out of my soul. Go ahead, Cindy.
Wow.
And I know one thing. I won't ask B to help me. Trust me. Thank you, Deborah Leslie. Go ahead.
The sexual.
Colorful panties just for you, Shawn.
All right, whatever. I won't talk about my next gay experience to you. And Cindy, shame on you because you jumped on my ass.
Shame
pause.
on me.
When you the first one jumping out the gates, defending gay folks and being victimized. And you victimized me.
I did not.
Continue on.
I said, is there more to this that you're not saying?
No. Thank you, Deborah.
I'm trying to dig deeper.
There's no more to get deeper.
I'm trying to dig deeper.
I said the gay guy looked at my soul.
Okay. How did he make it that far?
With the eye contact.
Okay.
Deborah, call me after the show. Go ahead. Because you're right. Cindy and B-Love, you are not my friends. Go ahead, Cindy. What's next?
I would love it. I would love it.
What you would love?
I would love it if you were gay.
You would love it if I was gay. Let's go ahead, Cindy.
I would love that outfit, though. Except for, like, Halloween. Can we do, like, a special Halloween edition where Shawn is going to be representing the LGBTQ community.
We'll think about it.
What else, Cindy? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we do get dressed up here on the show.
We
so
do.
You guys think about it.
I got the outfit for you, Shawn. Don't worry. Those 11s are common.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
weak.
Cindy, I hate her. Okay, what's next?
Sexual abuse lawsuit. The sexual abuse lawsuit filed against Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears has been dismissed. Wow, that was fast. The plaintiff in the case, who has been identified as Jane Doe.
Hold on. Natalie, all right, says shake it off, Shawn. This happens. It's okay. Thank you.
I still can't shake off my lesbian encounter.
But at least Natalie,
I'm like, where is homegirl? It's been a long.
There you go. You got an issue as well. At least Natalie, all right. Have some compassion to what I'm going through. Go ahead, Sam. Not you two. Telling me to shake it off like a guy. Shake it off, bro. You're gonna be fine.
Get him out of your head.
Okay. He would have been out of my head already if you guys wouldn't have dogged me out. Now I got another hour of this gay guy being in my head. Go ahead.
I think he snatched your soul for real. Like,
see,
this is to go to Harlem and find him now.
See, Cindy, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about.
It's good to do some introspection when things like this come up.
Thank you.
The plaintiff in the case, who has been identified as Jane Doe throughout the situation, filed to dismiss the case with prejudice. I think with prejudice means they can't bring this about again.
With prejudice?
With prejudice means they can bring it up again? They can.
Bring it up again.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
In the lawsuit, the two comedians were accused of grooming and molesting Jane Doe and her younger brother when they were 14 and 7 years old.
Oh, wait a minute. You talking about the Aries Spears thing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is definitely the title of what I said.
I'm sorry. My soul is snatched. Go ahead.
I know.
Continue.
Uncle Clifford got you.
Okay.
The dismissal of the case comes after a possible settlement report surfaced last week. Jane Doe spoke out in a statement and said, "My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can put this all behind us." She did not say anything regarding Aries Spears, but he has been cleared in the case as well. The lawsuit, as you all know, alleged that both Tiffany and Aries groomed the two siblings a few years back, coercing them to film explicit skits. John Doe also claimed that he was molested by both comedians. Both Tiffany Haddish's attorney and Aries called the situation a shakedown. Aries proclaimed his innocence on his podcast and said, "This is an extortion case. This is a shakedown. And I didn't need my lawyer to tell me this to say this, but I'm going to echo her words. We won't be shaking down." Prior to his statement, Tiffany had shared a statement on her Instagram where she expressed her regrets for being involved with the skit at all.
Well, first of all, Cindy.
How much did that cost him? I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's the thing. The first thing, the relationship between Tiffany and Aries, that's done. Her handlers is trying to steer clear of all of this, and they're ready to open the checkbook. Cindy,
but it's
Cindy
like
J.
I don't like that either.
Cindy J. See, and
but
this is
would
where
money be able to make, if I'm so upset, like, is it really money that's going to help you get through whatever you're going through that you decided to bring this about?
Yes, everybody has a price. That's why that court is sitting up on that hill. My whole thing is this. Even though Cindy is more libertarian and socialist in her ways, I'm more capitalism, right? And the courts in this country's built on it, and this is exactly it's being played out right in front of our faces. They're opening up the checkbook. Even though Spears talking about he doesn't want to be extorted, he's got to pay too. Everybody's got to pay if you want to go on, because you don't want to fight this, and if you take this to court, it's not going to be good. Tiffany Haddish is done. Aries will be done. If they take this to court in an open trial, it's not going to be good for them. The lawyers are like, yo, y'all guys want to continue to work? You're going to have to open up the checkbook and pay this bitch. And that's it. Yep. Cindy says she doesn't like it, and I respect your opinion about that and the way you feel. But this is the way we live today. And if
I didn't do it, I want to go to court. Bring it to court.
You sure you want to do that?
They did
And with this court system,
but then now,
do you want to really do that? You want
I'm one of those
12,
people.
You want
do
12
it.
of your peers
Word. Yes.
that don't like you and don't like the stupid movies.
I mean, I don't know.
To judge you.
Not your stupid movies. That's funny.
Do you want that, Cindy?
I don't want to be, because now there's this
Cindy,
air
I'm asking you a
of
question.
I'm a pedophile. No, nobody's gonna call me a pedophile.
So
no, I'm gonna take it to court.
B, you taking it to court?
I'm going to court.
Guilty. I'm not. I'm cracking that checkbook right open.
Thank you.
Making this go away.
Thank you.
Will not be stopping my checks with this nonsense.
Thank you.
No,
you.
I'm not. And I'm leaking your name out to the thing. So that makes me think so then you did do it. If you're willing to pay to make it go away, you don't want it to come out, because everything comes out in court. Now the girl over here, before Tiffany Haddish was the devil, she's preying on me and my family. Now all of a sudden she would never do that to you. Like, come on, what is going on here? Who's really telling the truth? Because I don't want to support Tiffany Haddish if she's really a pedophile. So now we just don't know.
Cindy, if she pays, Cindy
So
J.
she pays. She's not a pedophile anymore.
Well, basically,
we
yes,
should still go.
If she's paying out, then it goes back to what you just said.
So that's
if she's
what
not
I'm
a
saying.
pedophile,
Were you really? Was it just a bad taste skit, or were you really molested, girl?
Didn't she say as a child she was molested as a child?
The boy is saying that he was molested by them. She's saying. And she was saying she was over here groomed to do. I don't know how you're groomed to do skits, whatever.
Right.
But so what's really going on?
So,
I mean, I would, if I didn't do this, I would be totally pissed off about this whole situation. I would air out.
They did it.
I would pay all types of investigators. I'm leaking your name out. I'm destroying your
life.
life.
So then, Cindy, if that's the case, then maybe this might be a mission of guilt if she opens up that checkbook.
Exactly.
So
which is so what? So is this so what is this? Is this is this really good for them? Is it not? Like, do we just forgive and forget? Because, I mean, apparently the black community wants to champion R. Kelly. So, I guess we just pedophiles running rampant, kids at the family cookout getting molested by Uncle Randy and nobody talking about it. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this. It's very disturbing to me.
I say this.
Especially coming off of everything with Harvey Weinstein and all this, and they talking about kids getting sent to islands to be sodomized by these rich adults. Like, it's just very weird. It's giving extortion a little bit, guilty. I need a Hulu documentary on this.
No doubt. B, let me ask you this question. Hulu documentary.
Because they get to the bottom. A Netflix documentary.
Well, you haven't made nothing to the bottom in a minute. B, before
but you getting soft about me calling you gay.
I didn't get soft about me. Deborah Leslie.
Nobody wants to be my friend.
Deborah Leslie
you did.
Natalie, all right. And Deborah Leslie are my true friends.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. B-Love, that's on the phone, and you, Cindy J, are not my friends. Now, B, let me ask you this question.
But you stay talk about my vagina.
And oh, my God. B, if these folks open up a checkbook and write the check to make this all go away, are you still supporting the movement of the two artists?
No. Yeah, first of all, them cracking open the checkbook just screams guilt. But even before that, you guys said you saw the video and it was weird and uncomfortable. And my whole thing is, I'm never a big fan anyway. I'm good on you. Right. The fact of the matter is, it just saddens me that everything can be written away to Cindy's point, with money. We're just okaying this because, and it was always about money. So this is where the girl who brought the suit, Jane Doe, this is where you sus, sis. If it was about money, then you should have just put it out there, you know what I'm saying? They were not going to do anything about it until it became and again, because she has sued them numerous times and nobody would take the case. It was always about money. And now you put it all out there, and now you got your check. You look crazy in these streets. They all look crazy. You, Ari, you, Tiffany, don't understand. I should have never done it. You knew it was wrong when you did it. and you should have just cracked open the checkbook before all of this got out of control and taken care of it.
Cindy, my thing is this. If checkbooks, and thank you, B, love. Y'all check out B tonight, Instagram, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We'll talk about that, man. Cindy, I agree with B. All this is crazy. I saw the videos, right? Mm-hmm. They're writing checks. I'm not supporting. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Tiffany Haddish. I've met her several times. She used to come to New York. We used to come to the comedy show. Matter of fact, LaShawn Hayes-Jones, when we used to do Cafe Lou's on Sunday nights years back. She used to come there all the time. We used to talk about jokes and all this. And I've never met Aries Spears, I'll be honest with you, but if they're writing checks and all this is looking crazy, Harvey's going to push back a little bit. But should I? I still listen to the R. Kelly music. I don't know.
Tiffany ain't no R. Kelly. Let's be clear. Like,
how do we know that? How do we know that?
That's what they were claiming.
How we know that, B? They said R. Kelly was an R. Kelly when it was going down in the beginning.
What I mean by that is the talent. In terms of, like, you're listening to R. Kelly because R. Kelly, unfortunately, while he's what he is, he's amazingly talented. Okay? At the end of the day, Tiffany's funny, but she's no R. Kelly. Nobody is stepping in the name of Tiffany. You know what I mean? She's not that person. So she doesn't even have that clout in order for her to even, you know what I mean? I'm good. You're not even that funny, mama.
Cindy,
the fact that you did something like this, I'm totally side-eyeing you.
Cindy, are you supporting the movement if they crack the checks open?
No, like
I can't support that. I'm sorry. If it's honestly it's an admission of guilt. That's what it is. The lawyers are coming here and say, "Yo, if you don't want all your names to be dragged in the mud and all this evidence come out, pro or con defense or prosecution, and you have a 12 folks that your peers to judge you, stay away from this." It's sort of like a plea, like when they have the pleas when somebody commit a crime, or whatever. Instead of going to court, we dumb it down to this, and everybody goes on with their life. And it's to me that's an admission of guilt. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Because Cindy, you're right. If I didn't do this, period, I'm going to court. You can judge me. I'm okay in my other soul to say I'm good with this. Because I'm not going to crack open a checkbook for something I didn't do. If they're both, Spears is saying that this is a shakedown. Is it a shakedown, bro? Are you getting shakedown, or you just admitting the guilt?
That's right.
What else?
right.
I'm just saying. And you're right. And then for the Jane Doe's 2 and 3, yeah, it's a come up. It's a come up. They got to check.
Yeah.
That's it. And we don't advocate none of this. All of this is wrong.
Yes, all of this is wrong.
I know it's worse. These kids getting fondled by these two actors and comedians, or the gay guy looking in my soul. I don't know which one is worse. Go ahead, Cindy.
New York City weatherman Eric Adame is fired after his nude photos were sent to his boss. An Emmy-nominated weatherman for Spectrum News NY1 claims he was fired after someone on an adult webcam site took nude photos of him and sent them to his boss. Former NY1 meteorologist.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Cindy J and B Love's on the phone. Who's this?
It's Ghost.
Let's clap.
Hey, Ghost.
What's up?
God bless you.
I was calling him because you was talking about what comment Sonny made about them paying out and being guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if there's any Michael Jackson fans in the audience, they can stop talking because he paid out more than once. So he's guilty. And if that's the reference we're using, right?
Well, then I wouldn't have.
think Michael Jackson did he? I know they went to
Cindy,
court,
look it
but
up.
I don't think he ever paid out.
Cindy, you might want to look that up real quick. But if that is the case, then so be it. It's the same thing with the late great, the king of pop, Mike Jackson. It's the same thing. If that's the case, if he paid out, I stand by what I said. Or what Danielle Williams always say, I said what I said. If you paying out, it's an admission of guilt to me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I still listen to R. Kelly music just like Shawn.
Oh,
I love R. Kelly music.
please.
And R. Kelly wear
his actions were wrong.
Hold on, B. Hold on, B. Go ahead.
Excellent.
Say that again, Ghost.
I said whatever he's accused of, if he's guilty, I can't say for sure. I wasn't there. If he's guilty of that, that's crazy. But his music, excellent.
That.
Up until last week, everybody was stepping in the name of love.
Everybody was stepping.
Up until last week, everybody was stepping in. Step. Yeah, everybody. The whole world. Now nobody know who he is. Come on. Y'all know who Mike is. He paid out.
Cindy, see you. All right, Ghost. God bless you, man. Everybody, that's Ghost on. That's Ghost. Well, Cindy, real quick, just kind of. I mean, go. You go on with your story, but we ain't gotta look up real.
Yeah, no, I did look it up. This looks like this was one. It says there is no dispute that at age 34, Michael Jackson slept more than 30 nights in a row in the same bed with 13-year-old Jordy Chandler at the boys' house with Chandler's mother present. He also slept in the same bed with Jordy Chandler at Chandler's father house.
Whoa.
The parents were divorced. 5 boys Michael Jackson shared beds with have accused him of abuse. Jackson had the nickname for Chandler and another boy. Jackson paid $25 million to settle the Chandlers' lawsuit, with $18 million going to Jordy, $2.5 million to each of the parents, and the rest to lawyers. Jackson said he paid that sum to avoid something long and drawn out. Another boy, Jason Francia, also received $2.4 million from Michael Jackson.
Whoa. See,
Yeah.
Ghost always calling up, stirring up the pot.
I mean,
He's all, look.
First of all, Ghost, you didn't see the videotape, bruh. Go to YouTube. You didn't see R. Kelly pissing on a 14-year-old? Cut it out. But
That's
anyway,
on
the fact
YouTube.
that even R. Kelly, with all of the evidence, took it to court. To Sean's point, he's like, I'm fighting this case. Even though there's evidence, I am fighting this case.
That's a good.
Like, I'm not fighting this case. I'm done. I'm just gonna open
Yo,
the checkbook.
AB, you make a great point that I didn't even realize. That is true, Cindy. R. Kelly, whatever you want to say about this guy, he took it to court.
No, he didn't take it to court.
He did take it to court.
He got arrested.
I know, then he went to court.
You have to go to court because you got arrested. It wasn't like he filed a lawsuit against the girls. He had to go to court. He didn't take it to court.
I understand that.
He has to defend himself.
Yeah, but I understand that. But Cindy, he could have got arrested.
Different.
But Cindy, he could have got arrested and just took a plea and then went to jail for the rest of his life or whatever. He went through the whole process. The lawyers could have came to him and said, "Yo, you got to do 10 years. You're gonna have to do 10 years and keep your hands off the penis or whatever." And that's what we're playing down to. His ass said, "No, I want to go to court." So it is a little difference there, Cindy.
I don't think
But
that's
Cindy, wait,
what it
before you
was.
start, Cindy,
And
look.
I actually have the information on the R. Kelly thing.
Cindy, check this out.
He wasn't fighting
Cindy.
anything. They weren't pleading him out.
Cindy,
What?
I am really a dad dog, a father of a dog. Look, I got the poop bag in my look. See, look at the poop bag. I still got Cooper's poop bag. I got an extra poop bag in my pocket. Okay, wait, one thing at a time. Back to the weatherman guy. And Ghost, thanks for throwing a loop right into the show, sir.
Stir in the pot, Ghost. Go check out YouTube and check out that video with R. Kelly.
Cindy, back to the weather guy real quick.
New
in the name of piss.
New York.
You know, hold on. B Love's on the roll this morning, saying.
Yes, she is on fire.
All right, she's on fire, boy. When you get a lack of penis and no slung for like a year or two, boy, you stay focused, guys.
New York 1 meteorologist Eric Adame, in a statement on Instagram, posted. Spectrum News New York 1.
Are you okay? Is a gay guy looking in your soul?
No, I'm trying to get back into the story because every time I read it, I get interrupted, and so I just don't want to start off in the middle of the story for people that are just coming in.
Everybody
so
quiet.
Now I got to start all over, and I didn't want to start over, so that was what the sigh was about.
All right, go ahead, Cindy. Jesus Christ. Everybody quiet. Go ahead.
New York 1 claims he was the Emmy-nominated weatherman for New York 1, Eric Adame, claims he was fired after someone on an adult webcam site took nude photos of him and sent them to his boss. Meteorologist Eric Adame, in a statement on Instagram posted shortly after he filed the court papers, announced his termination and revealed that he was getting professional help over what he described as his compulsive behavior. Despite being a public figure and being on television in the biggest market in the country in front of millions of people 5 days a week for more than a decade and a half, I secretly appeared on an adult webcam website, he confessed. It was absurd of me to think I could keep this private. Nevertheless, my employer found out and I was suspended and then terminated. His legal petition in his Manhattan Supreme Court says a man took naked photos of him without his permission on the video chat site. The person then sent the pictures to his mother and NY1 with the intent of harassing, annoying, or alarming him and tortiously interfering with his employment. Adame is seeking a court order to force the site to reveal the identity of the person, whose username includes Tommy Size 29, Fun Times 99, and Landon Boy 227.
Landon Boy.
Noting he intends to sue them but needs their real identity to do so. Adame apologized to his employer, his coworkers, his audience, and friends and family for any embarrassment or humiliation I have caused you. I had the job of my dreams and I lost it due to my own lapse in judgment. He said he's getting professional help so he can make appropriate decisions that don't affect those he cares about deeply, as well as his career as he moves forward in his life.
Well, Cindy is B-Love's on the phone. Y'all, LGO Real Talk tonight. What time, B? What time you doing the show?
7:30.
7:30. Y'all going over there and hang out with B tonight at 7:30 on Instagram Live. And all my folks here on Shawn Harvey Morning Show, when y'all listen to B tonight, just be quiet. Don't comment in the room. Let her and her, life together friends sit there and chat. Now, Cindy, this is a man who sort of admits how freaking nasty he is. Might be some gay tendencies here. Why is another man taking pictures of you in the nude, bro?
Oh, yeah. He said he doesn't apologize for being gay or sex positive. He says he acts out his compulsive behaviors while at home by performing on camera for other men. The videos are 100% consensual on both sides, and he doesn't get paid for them.
You need to, bro. Go get your OnlyFans.
Now he could do that.
He's cute.
Well, let me see what he look like. No, matter of fact, I don't want to see what he look like. I don't want to see what he looks like. I don't want to see what he looks like. Now, let me see.
He's well put together. He got his stuff going on. Looks like he's booked and busy.
Let me see. Does he got colorful panties on? Now, my whole thing is this. This is a man who's a super... Oh, that guy.
You know him, Shawn? You familiar?
Yeah, I know him from the weather.
On New York, when you go to your mom's house, watch TV?
I got to call my mother. That guy.
I'm going to ask my grandma if she knows him.
This guy's a freaking idiot. Now, listen, the whole thing is this.
Is he a good meteorologist? He's Emmy nominated.
I say let him keep his job.
Are you guys familiar? Let me put him in the picture. Let me do it, Sid. Let me do it. Not let you do it. This camera is better. It gets closer.
Oh, okay. Then you got to go up to the camera. You got to put it in that camera, in that third camera. Right?
Oh.
You got to put it there. Back up a little bit. Now put it there. Cindy, look at the camera. There you
Come down.
Come down.
Just a little
there you
bit.
go.
Just a little bit. There you go.
Eric
He is a cutie pie.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this anybody's business? Who
Eric
cares
Adame.
what he does off air? As long as he's not naked doing the weather, which, by the way, would take the ratings all the way up. But as long as he's not naked doing the weather, who cares?
They were trying to shake him down.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, first. Well, first he was trying to shake himself down. The thing is, he's a horny gay man. He's so horny. He can't control that penis of his, and boy, he loves the butt sex. And that's nothing wrong with him. That's what he loves. But he's got to understand that he has a tremendous responsibility. You live by the sword, die by the sword. He's
Not by the sword.
you live by the penis, you die by the penis.
Well, he's obviously comfortable on camera.
Yeah, he's comfortable on camera. You can't take that away from him. Yes. As soon as he do the weather, he goes home with his horny, nasty ass. He pull that slung out, and then he records it for everybody else. And sir, Eric, you don't think people will try to set you up and extort you for this? What's wrong with you? The gay guy sent it to his mother. Like, that's what we doing. We're dumbing it down. Eric, you need to be fired. I'm sorry, man. You know, I don't like. It's you shouldn't be fired, but you should, just because of your pure stupidity. You can't behave like this so recklessly. You might as well walk in Harlem and talk to a 6'4" gay guy. Then do this. What do you do? When you're putting videos up, you're proud to be gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but there is certain ways you have to behave. You can't have your song out on a video at 9 o'clock at night and then do the weather at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And why they sent it to his mom?
Not anybody. He's not preaching. He's nobody that somebody needs to be concerned about in terms of what he's doing. Listen, as long as that weather is accurate, I don't care what you're slinging. I don't care what pictures you're taking. As long as I get to take my umbrella with me and I don't get wet today because you're on your weather game, that's all I care about.
Cindy, you hear B?
I don't care.
You hear B? B's
Yeah.
talking about him with the weather. That's unbelievable.
A lot of people in the chat room were saying, Wendy says she knows him.
So Wendy knows,
Wendy?
like Wendy knows the guy.
Deborah said, I accept his apology. That really isn't necessary. She said, I watch him.
I know, when everybody knows this guy,
Shawn
Cindy.
Jones said, I see him every morning except for the last few days.
Well, you won't be seeing it. Well, you better go to his website, Cam, to see if you want to see some of him. My whole thing is, my whole thing is this. Yeah, he's a New York legend. He's a hero out there with the weather on Channel 5. I've known this guy for years. He just can't. He's just so horny, though. He's so horny. He's so. You can't, but he might. He's probably went in the bathroom.
It doesn't mean he's horny. He said he has compulsive behavior.
He said, what do you call it? Asexual, addicted? What did he say?
He said he has compulsory behavior.
Beloved, this is a guy.
Behavior.
This is the guy or the woman that in the workplace goes in the bathroom and make love to themselves. This is that guy. He's that nasty. He can't. He just said it. He can't help himself. Boy, where does he get the energy from? How old is this guy? How do you run around with all this sex in these videos? How do you have time for all of this? You're a weatherman in New York City, millions of people. How do you do this when you're supposed to go to hedonism? Do something. Go take a trip somewhere. Go to the French Alps and bust some ass. But you can't be on video every day doing this, sir. And then what happens? Mom, then what happened? Mom, the mother of the other gay guy, sends your boss your nude pictures of you and your slung.
I hope he gets to sue them.
Mom, you need to mind your business.
Mom sending the pictures back to the boss. Cindy, I asked B last. Cindy, if you was the general manager of the station, you was the boss of Channel 5. You're not on the camera. You're an administrator. You don't give a damn. You will all the power. And Eric running around behaving like this.
Yeah.
And then you get Cindy. You're sitting there in the office. You have a tremendous task to do each and every day to produce news in the biggest market in the country, and you're competing with other news stations, Cindy. There's 30 of them in New York, and you got to deal with everybody online. Cindy, if this jumped in your lap and you was the general manager of Fox 5, right? New York 1. Cindy, what are you doing with Eric? And then I'll ask B, and then I'll finish off. Pause.
I actually would, I would make sure, like, you have to show me, like, you're going to therapy for this. He would get suspended for sure. But we could, it might be a lure. People might start watching the news now, after all this. So it might give us a little bump up. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We might be able to use it to our advantage.
Hold on, B. Hold on a second. Thanks, Cindy.
I got a hard question for you, Shawn.
Okay. Now put a pause on that.
Have you ever masturbated at work?
First of all, put a pause on.
Ever in your life?
Hold on.
At the club?
Hold on.
At the comedy club?
Hold on a second. Let's put a pause on hard question first.
I think that's why she said it.
Deborah, are you still there?
Yes.
Of course, I've masturbated at a job. I told you guys a 1,000 times when I.
You said you had sex in your van. That's not masturbation.
Yeah, but I masturbated with the girl in the van.
Right.
Just stop.
I know. That's why I'm calling you, Sean.
It's too early for
Right,
this.
I've had sex in the Cindy. I had sex in the van 1,000 times. I told you that.
Stop judging my weatherman. You understand? Just because you ain't on New York One,
But
don't mean it ain't right. What if somebody took a video of you doing that
but
and put it on here?
But Deborah, I'm not delivering to 10 million people every day.
Yeah, you're talking to a lot of people every day. Okay, a lot of people. And what if some video came out of you going in that little back room, hitting yourself off in that bathroom, and then they put it up on there? No, it's none of our business.
See, you know how many
what people do in private is none of our business.
This guy is not a
Como.
Deborah.
He's going around feeling up people's breasts.
Deborah.
Okay, I don't say it's right. But it ain't got nothing to do with how he ran the city.
Deborah,
I gotta look at this chick every morning. He's a good weatherman.
Deborah, nobody's disputing how good of a weatherman is. He's Emmy nominated. He's Emmy nominated, and he probably made love to that Emmy. Let me tell you something. Deborah, it's not wrong with his job performance. He's too nasty to be there. It affects everybody else. So Deborah, what I do in my
private life has nothing
I hear you. I hear, and I agree with you. Deborah, I agree with you. But what about the station, New York One? What about their big sponsors and the people that pay these people? And they go, we don't want Eric. Eric is nasty.
Right.
And if you keep Eric, hold on, Deborah, and they say if you keep Eric, we're going to pull our advertising dollars out of this. What do you think these people are going to do? And the general manager is going to get fired if he keeps Eric, Deborah.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, we got it. All right, Deborah, I got it. All right, B, check this out. B, if you, B, you still there?
I'm here.
Cindy, you're going to give him rehab and let him work, right?
Yeah, I might even have him do. You know how sometimes they give you your own solo spot and he can issue an apology or something.
You let him do that?
Yeah, I would do that. I would keep him though. He's a cutie.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up. P, if you're the general manager of this one of the biggest news stations in New York City, and you're responsible for making this decision, what are you doing to Eric, a little horny ass Eric?
I would be like, Eric, clean your act up, get yourself together, and just if you're Emmy nominated, that means you're doing a great job. And guess what? It's weather. You're not you know what I'm saying? You're on no moral stance. It doesn't matter. I'll be like, clean yourself up. I'm going to need you to go ahead and get your boyfriend situation together so we don't get this again. And don't let this happen again. Other than that, what you do on your time is your business. And that's exactly what I would say. What you do on your time is your business. Yeah. What happens is when it comes to me, now it becomes my business. And because it's my business, now I have to do something about it.
All right.
So to Cindy's point, go take yourself to rehab, please. Go give the statement, because he had to say all of that. Oh, my God. Why? What is inappropriate about what he did? He did his job. He did the weather. He took himself home, got naked, and took some flicks. I don't understand what the problem is.
He needs to wear a mask next time he loses.
Cindy asked me if I was the general manager. And thank you, B. Peter. Cindy asked me if I'm the general manager of this news station in New York City. Millions of people listen every day, and this guy. Ask me that question, Cindy. I'm the general manager.
Shawn, if you were the general manager of Spectrum New York One and Eric Adame had this situation pop up with his nudes or his sexual activities leaked online, you had sponsors to answer to, other anchors, news people, what are you doing about that? What are you doing about Eric and this situation with his dingling online?
Dingling. I haven't heard that in a long time. Let's put a pause on dingling.
I try to use it at least once a month.
Where's Prentice? Is Prentice in the chat room?
Prentice isn't in the chat room because
it's too much for him.
He would have loved this today.
Okay. Where's Prentice at?
Y'all go tag Prentice Cox or No Pause. He might be banned. We never know with that one.
I thought he got off of it.
I was gonna say I don't see him in the chat room. Is he in prison again?
I hope no gay guy looked in his soul. Listen, B, this is what I'm doing. Okay. And Deborah, let's clap for Deborah. She's all charged up.
Deborah Leslie's on
She
fire.
said, Shawn, did you let that masturbate at your dog? Yes, I did.
That's kind of gross, though. Shawn, you can't be doing that at work.
Cindy, I used to work in a van. and Cindy,
Who masturbates like during the day?
because during the day I would have phone sex, and then I would get in the back of the van, and some of these women I used to deal with, they phone sex game was crazy. Some women just know how to do phone sex, and then I would get in the back of the van.
I've never masturbated at work. How about you, B-Love? Have you ever masturbated at work?
B, have you ever masturbated at work?
Not.
Put a 1 in the chat room. Put a 1 in the chat room if you've masturbated at work.
Give me 7 number ones.
I'm a number 2 one today on that one.
Oh my gosh!
And,
How Felicia Beer said a lot of people. What is going on?
Cindy,
I didn't know that was like a thing like that.
Cindy J and B Love. Cindy, I used to
like, how can you even get in the mind frame to do that? Like, you're at work.
This is how you do it. I tell you. Okay, can I put you before you get
like
back?
stuff is going on. Like, I can't even go to the bathroom without my manager being like, "Where's Seneca?
I tell you.
You want me to
I tell you how it goes.
to please myself in a bathroom stall? What do you do this in your car?
Yeah,
like,
I tell you how it works. You want me to tell you how it works before I get into Eric? This is how it works.
okay.
You're texting throughout the day. Remember, this is back in the day. And then you call, and then the girl, the young ladies call. She's already sexy as hell. She has that voice, right? Now I'm driving. I'm delivering. Y'all call you right back. Go upstairs. You get those deliveries. Come downstairs. Drive around the corner a little bit. Call back.
You get back into the
get back in the car. Yo, what's going on? And then here come like a little titty pic or whatever. That's coming through, and I'm like, damn, man. And then you just say, listen, I want you to take care of me. And then they go, oh, take care of you, daddy. Go in the back of the van. Then what I do is, because I had the cargo van without the windows. Without the windows, CJ.
Right.
And then I got all my little, my packages in the back. This is before the Amazon.
Right.
And Cindy, and then I had this partition in the van, so I would get out the van.
Right.
Right. I wouldn't lock myself into the van because I had the keys, and I left the door open. So I go into the van, so it looks like I'm just getting the package. Then I close the door. Hell, Cindy, I close the door. I sit on one of the boxes, Cindy J, and let the games. Then the lady, the young lady, be like, "You gotta take your pants off," and doing all that. And then 3 minutes later, I'm like, "Ah!"
But I mean, what if you did?
Those little stains were on my packages, like those little oil stains. I thought it was just like dirty. But what's going on with my package?
Like, I don't.
And Cindy, you can see now. I'm
It
parked.
still
Now,
doesn't
Cindy,
make sense to
now,
me.
Cindy, I'm parked.
That's not helping, Shawn. You
Cindy.
giving your little tutorial.
Cindy, then I'm parked
It's not
between. I'm
helping.
parked like on like 39th Street and Madison, and between Lexington. Like people are walking, having lunch. It's just a whole activity going on in Midtown Manhattan. I'm in my van, pleasuring myself. A young lady sitting on the phone talking to me.
That's gross.
Now back to Eric.
I can't. Could you do that with like an office job? Do you do that at the comedy club when you before you go on stage real quick, release some energy?
No, I never did that.
Okay.
I've only did it in a van.
Okay, exactly. Like long ago.
In the van, I did that.
Right. Like,
Not in an office building.
Right. Like
I did smash abroad in the office. I went to a job.
I know people have sex at work.
I did that one time.
Yeah.
Back in my Horace
I think
days.
that's normal. But like
we went in the conference room, and I was like, "We really gonna do this?" She's like, "Yeah." And I just next thing you know, we up there by the Mr. Coffee. This coffee.
Girl, they are lighting you up today. Marlene said, "I hope you washed your hands, Shawn."
Now, Cindy, back to Eric. You guys,
This is just ridiculous.
you guys have more compassion than Harvey, and I tell you that. And God bless you guys. But Cindy, B Love. Before we get out of here, great. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Cindy, Eric's got to go. I love us, Eric. I love you to death. You've been doing this for over 10, 15 years. Even though that is your private life and it's none of my business, but you bought your private life has entered into your professional life due to your negligence. Okay, go out and get some help. Go to rehab, whatever you need to do. Come back next year and let's reevaluate. I'm not saying that I would never take you. You're welcome back, but you need to shut a lot of issues down in your life because your private life came into the workplace. And you have some of these jobs, they have there's all type of contractual behaviors you gotta have with some of these jobs in this world. You gotta behave a certain way. They have it in black and white on a piece of paper. You can't do this. You want this job? You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do none of this if you want to keep these millions of dollars. And then it's a selfish act. And I'll tell you why. Before we move on, how many meteorologists are out there in New York City? Maybe 14 of them. Out of like okay, let's say 100 of them. I mean, I'm talking about the main guy, the backup guy, the weekend guy, for all these stations combined, right? It's like a head football coach in the NFL. These jobs are very rare to have. And once you get the job, you keep the job. You become this meteorologist for 30 years. It's actually a privilege to have a job like this because once you get a job like this, it's gravy all the way for the rest of your life. And you disrespected that responsibility.
I didn't.
You got to go then. You got to go because you can't have it both ways. You have a job that only 100 people have in the New York area out of 25 million people. And then what about the sponsors? I don't want all these folks in front of the building, mothers against Weathermen jerking off and all that. I don't want that problem. Because there's always another mothers against this and mothers against that. I don't want none of these people in front of. I don't want this. So it's a lot of mothers against everything. Harvey don't want that problem. What else, Cindy? Before we
I mean that is true. These PPP loan scams and other things are rolling in. Oh dang, I don't have it with me right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna run into this other story. 1 second. Sorry, you guys. I'll tell you about that tomorrow, or I'll give it to Miss Miko because I might not be here. A woman. No, I'm gonna do it. A woman is sentenced to prison after she faked a kidnapping to be with her ex. I'll leave y'all with this.
Let's talk about this hoe.
Sherry Papini, who's 40 years old, has been sentenced to 18 months in prison for a kidnapping hoax in 2016 in which she claimed to be abducted by 2 Latino women.
Yes.
Papini pled guilty last spring to staging her abduction and lying to authorities about it. She will pay $300,000 in restitution as part of a plea bargain. Papini's attorney initially requested that she spend a month in custody and the rest on house arrest, but Judge Shub handed out an 18-month sentence. He considered the sheer number of people who were impacted and the seriousness of the offense. The nation is watching, he said. They need to be sent the right message. We have to make sure crime doesn't pay. Papini apologized to the courts and stated, "I am guilty, Your Honor. I am guilty of lying. I am guilty of dishonor. What is done cannot be undone. It cannot be erased." William Portanova, Papini's attorney, stated it a fair sentence, even though it's longer than we wished. The judge ordered the mother to report to prison on November 8th and serve 36 months of supervision after her release, which is a year longer than probation officers had sought. The twin charges carried a maximum possible sentence of 25 years in prison. So I don't have the. I have to look.
There
up
was
the backstory
a young lady a
real
few
quick.
years back. She said she got abducted, right? And then it comes out wind up that she was abducted by 2 Latin women, right? And she did all this to see some guy in jail.
Not in jail, just to go see some guy. She was with him for like the weekend or something like that. And I'm just offended. I'm sorry, I just jumped on this. But my whole thing is, when we talked about the case that Cindy talked about last week, the feel-good story about the young lady who was sex trafficked, being raped, stabbed her abductor, had to pay $150,000. They were ready to throw her little young behind in jail for however long. And this hoe wants to go get some side action, says she got kidnapped by 2 Latino women. Excuse me, I'm offended. I'm not kidnapping you, chick. I don't want anything from you. And then she held on to her story. Now, the one thing I will give her credit for, she stuck to her guns. She still hasn't admitted it. She was just like, y'all gonna have to bring the receipts. As far as I'm concerned, I was kidnapped.
Cindy, is she in a relation? She was in a relationship when all this happened?
She
married. She was married with kids.
Okay.
It said she disappeared on November 2nd, 2016,
Right.
reportedly while out jogging a mile from her home. She was 34 years old at the time, and then she reappeared 3 weeks later on Thanksgiving Day, having been reportedly freed by her captors that morning, still wearing restraints on the side of the county road where she said she disappeared. Um, her story had a lot of inconsistencies and things like that.
She doesn't have enough money too. So Cindy,
yeah, she said she orchestrated.
all right, so right,
you can't write a check.
You can't. Yeah, you can't write a check. You can't. This is stupid. So how much time did they give her in jail?
18 months.
Okay, now.
And then I guess 36 months. Probation.
Okay, so look, we're about to close this out. All right. To this young lady, you're stupid. You're probably a Trump supporter, and then you're also racist. Why you gonna throw in a Latino card in there? Why it got to be a Latino Latino women who abducted you? This is all right. This is all BS, miss. No, the 18 months is not enough. Harvey will give you 5 years. I'm gonna bump that up to $500,000. All the resources that are used to try to find your dumb ass while you're sitting there getting slunged out. And then there's people that are getting deducted every day in this country, and this is underneath the radar. And there's no resources, or especially a lot of black women are out there lost and abducted, and nobody even talks about this in the media. And you, young lady, are so self-centered and so narcissistic that you didn't even have the courage just to say, I mean, I don't know, maybe your husband, break up the relationship. You don't want to be with your husband. I mean, you got to do all of this. Just leave the relationship. It sounds simple, but it's really what it is. Because why would you go through all this? Your mother, you got kids. That slung was that incredible where you have to have this whole lie and this story that you made up? No. You should get 5 years in jail. You hang out with Eric over there, horny ass Eric. You and them should be together. All right, B, where can they find you tonight?
Tonight, LGO Real Talk on Instagram, 7:30 p.m. We're going to be talking that ish. You know how we do. I love you guys so much. Everybody have a great hump day. Cindy, Shawn, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right, let's clap for B. Yeah, we see you tomorrow, B. Okay, so before we leave, don't forget, next Friday, Miss Miko's big birthday bash. Cindy, we got to get on that. We got to get on Miko's birthday bash. It's next Friday. See, Jesus Christ, we got to get
pressure.
Okay, and then October the 16th, the New York King Talent is at the Iron Mule, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Sunday night live show. Come on out and have a good time. Also, October the 27th, you know what we're doing. We're heading to New York. It's Cindy J's birthday bash, live broadcast, taping of the Shawn Harvey One Show featuring Wake Up Team, live studio audience. We want you in the building. That's Thursday, October the 27th at Comedy in Harlem. Okay, so guys, put a number one chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number two if you did. And thank you so much. Only place on earth. Cindy, say goodbye to these folks.
Bye,
if you
y'all.
All right, we see you guys tomorrow. Only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, B, thank you so much. We'll call you later.
Okay.
All right, bye. Thank you. All right, guys, we are out of here. God bless you guys, and good night.
Not good night.
I turned the mics off. It's still running. You need to get dropped off? No. Somebody's going to pick you up? Yeah. See, that information, right? Let me play a song. The music is off. The sound is off. That information that you gave me yesterday, what was that about? Was that the place?